and welcome back to the review realm. It's Sienna, and today we're going to be taking a look at the film The Breakfast Club because according to this poster, it is one of the best 100 films of all time, and every week I review one of the movies that is on this poster. I have a random number generator pick the next film, so stick to the end of the video to see what my next review is going to be. The Breakfast Club was released in 1985 and has a runtime of 1 hour and 37 minutes and is directed by John Hughes. Now, you've probably maybe never heard of John Hughes, but you've probably seen one of his movies. He is a writer, a producer, and director. He's done films like National Lampoon movies, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Pretty in Pink, 16 Candles, Home Alone. The list goes on and on. So you have most likely seen one of his films, and The Breakfast Club is just another example of his films, how he was able to capture an audience and really create a story that is timeless. The Breakfast Club follows 5 high schoolers who are in Saturday detention, and they each come from different niches. They are a jock, the brain, the princess, the criminal, or the social reject. Each of them symbolizes a different niche that you would find within a high school. While they all seem to come from different backgrounds, throughout the course of this film, you do learn that they have more similarities than what meets the eye, and this film is set within the library of the high school, and it really does play in well with this isolated setting. It is very character driven, really allows the film to slow down the pace a bit and have an emotional moments throughout this film. The emotional impact of what it is like to go through adolescence and to have parental pressure and different things that we all have felt as kids, and this film really does relate to its audience. Even still today, this film holds up very well, and it also adds humor throughout the story as well. There are moments with the dialogue, and it really does balance being emotional but also having that humor layered throughout this whole story. And I think what makes The Breakfast Club so great as well, it is a very simple story. It tackles it very well, and it can relate to its audience as well, whether it is through the parental expectations or finding acceptance within a group. It tackles all of these topics and really captures the audience from the moment this film starts to when it ends. And with the performances within this film were phenomenal, and how they can tackle these emotional moments of vulnerability with their characters and how they interact with each other. It really does add to the depth of this film, and overall, this wasn't the first time that I have seen The Breakfast Club, but I still enjoyed it today. I watched it for the first time when I was in middle school, and now watching it now that I'm an adult and out of high school, there's definitely parts that I can relate to differently, and seeing how it reflects to my own high school experience, even though high school is a little bit different than it was when this film was made. So I really did enjoy that I can still see things that I experienced when I was in high school, and this film does hold up today, I would say. Now, there are some humor or different things like that I didn't necessarily pick up on because I didn't grow up in the 1980s, but being a 2000s kid, there were some things that I could definitely still relate. So it really is a timeless coming of age story that still resonates with audiences. While The Breakfast Club is definitely a classic movie that everyone should sit down to watch at least once in their life, I do think it does a really great job of illustrating how we all want to find acceptance within our lives, and also to not be defined about our labels, whether if we're the jock who is into sports and has to, or the person who gets all straight A's and a B might destroy our whole entire lives. But whatever it is, I think there's definitely a piece that everyone can relate to within The Breakfast Club and their own lives. And also the expectations from parents that your life is supposed to be this way, but also how you want to be different from your parents. And this film really does tackle all of those different issues and allows the audience for inward reflection, which I did really enjoy. So I would recommend The Breakfast Club. Now it is time to see what our next film for next week is going to be, and it is going to be The Notebook. Oh no, a romantic movie. Not my favorite, but you're gonna know all my thoughts next week, so stay tuned. I will be rewatching The Notebook, so wish me luck. But have a great day. Let me know your thoughts on The Breakfast Club. Bye!